Hey everyone, I'm back with another episode of the Follow Your True Azimuth micro podcast. I'm Scott Graham, and I think you're going to enjoy John David Latta's story today. John's an author, teacher, and mystic. Be sure to check out his book, The Synchronicity of Love: Stories Heal, Transform, and Awaken. It's available on Amazon. Hi, John.
Hi, Scott. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm grateful to be here.
Tell us about a time you struggled to follow your true azimuth, John.
A time I struggled to follow my true azimuth was when I felt like I was at rock bottom. My wife had gotten cancer, and soon after that we got divorced. I had started my own company and promptly lost all of our money, and then some, to the tune of over $650,000 in debt, and suddenly found myself a single parent with custody of my two children, ages 9 and 11. And at the same time, I don't know where it came from, I had this unbelievable fear of death. And I struggled in the way that I usually struggled, which was fighting, arguing, logic, hard work, competition, and none of it seemed to work. And then I had a profound dream with Jesus, which was kind of ironic because I didn't really identify myself as Christian. And the dream was I was fishing at the lower end, mouth of a river on a late summer afternoon, early evening. The shadows were falling. And as I'm sitting there fishing, angry about so many things in my life, Jesus taps me on the shoulder and basically says silently, "Let's go for a walk." And it's a little bit like that story, A Christmas Carol, except my ghost of Christmas past is Jesus, and he's taking me for a walk. And we're literally walking on the river upstream. And as we walk upstream, I see fishermen and farmers. I see them, but they don't see Jesus and I walking on water. And then we get way up in the mountains where the river is small and violent and kind of cascading down a number of waterfalls. And I see police and criminals everywhere, and battles ensuing, and fighting, and graffitiing, and a lot of property that's destroyed. And Jesus just points to the scene and asks me to look. And then he says, "John, this is not your true north, or what I think others would call your azimuth." And he didn't tell me what my azimuth was or what true north was. He just said what it wasn't. And then we proceeded to walk on water downstream again, past all the farmers who were waving to and fishermen. And I get all the way back to where I was, and he drops me off just as the sun is going down and it's getting dark. And I had this warm, happy feeling in my belly. And I knew that fighting, competition, logic, argument weren't going to get me anywhere. I needed to do it differently. And what I started to do differently was surrender, surrender, surrender. The more I surrendered, the better things got in my life. The more doors started to open for me. And so it's kind of ironic being a man who identifies as a man and who identified with sort of masculine assertiveness to find out that the way through it all for me was the opposite of the way I'd been learning. The way through it all was through surrender.
That is quite a journey you describe, John.
Sometimes I think for me, the whole journey is equivalent to building up a brick wall all around me, on all sides. And then comes a point in my life where I happily start taking the walls all apart. It sounds kind of crazy and it's kind of fun, but sometimes I think the journey is nothing more than building the walls and then taking and tearing all the walls down.
For those of you listening, often hitting rock bottom is what drives introspection and action, but it doesn't have to. You can start navigating your true azimuth anytime you choose. You don't have to wait for things to get shitty. John, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for the opportunity, Scott. I really appreciate it. If anybody in your audience would like to find me, they can find me on my website at johndavidlatta.com. That's John David, Latta, johndavidlatta.com. You can find my book, The Synchronicity of Love, Stories that Heal, Transform, and Awaken on Amazon. The book is 119 short stories, mostly true stories, and they explore the connection between unconditional love and synchronicity, sometimes called coincidences or miracles.